Hello there, it's Louise Pentland here. I hope you are well, and hello to the members of Ada Ruto, the online writing group. It is so nice to hear from you, and also so nice to have a group book a video. Usually it's just individuals doing birthday messages and such like, so it's really lovely to have you. I thought I'd come out into my study garden because my children are being very noisy inside. So I've been asked to give you some general positivity and writing tips, and I've been thinking for a few days, what could I offer you, because I have imposter syndrome all the time about my books. I've written 5 now, and I still feel like a newbie, but my actual practical tip when writing a book, especially if it's fiction, would be to make the whole main character's journey first. So for example, with Robin in the first book, there's going to be spoilers in this, by the way, her whole story was she was pulling out of depression and learning to live her life really well with her daughter. And of course all the other characters have stories that go within that, but when I sat down thinking, okay, Robin's journey starts here, and then Kath, and then Lila, and then Lacey, and all of that, it was too much. But when I did the main character's whole journey first in my head, just all on a piece of paper, plotted it all down, you can then weave in, just 1 second please, it's one of my children, you can weave in all the other stories around it, because you've got a firm arc there to hang things off, if that makes any sense. Also, post-it notes are crucial to me. So when I map out a book, I get a big roll of paper, old wrapping paper or wallpaper or something like that, and then in post-it notes I write down all my scenes, and then I put them on, because sometimes you want to change something around. Sometimes I think actually it would have been better for that character's progression if they had found that out earlier, or if they didn't know that, so we'll move that. And if you do it like that, you can really fiddle with it all, which is really helpful, I think. What else would be a writing tip? Would be just to get going. I think sometimes you sit there thinking, I'll wait till I've got a really good idea, but actually if you just start going with your slightly mediocre idea, you can build on it. It's much easier to edit a mediocre book than it is to start writing an amazing book. No book, no draft starts off incredible. Well, none of mine have, but I suppose some people's might. And also just to keep going with it and to talk to people, share your ideas. Sometimes I share my ideas with Liam, who is bless him, not a creative soul at all, but he'll ask a question, be well, what about that? And then you're oh yeah, and it sparks off. So don't be afraid to talk about your ideas to other people. I think there's a lot of sometimes we can feel a bit embarrassed, oh no, I don't want to tell people my idea, but actually people love hearing stuff like that. If someone came to me and said, I've got this idea for a book and this is the story, you'd be yeah, I'm interested. So don't be afraid to share your ideas. Thank you so much for contacting me. All the money that I make from these videos goes directly to the NSPCC and Childline, which is a charity that I'm really passionate about, which supports children when they need it most. So thank you so much for booking this, and I hope that this has been helpful to you all, and that you write some amazing stuff. I look forward to seeing some of it on the shelves soon, I'm sure. Alrighty, thank you, lots of love, bye.